Throwback to the 14th of January 2022. And look at the scenery. And it is actually free of charge. The website, kidding me? So if you're a chips lover, you should come here. But I just walked past this beautiful view. Oh my god, if I didn't walk to, I really wanted to go down to it. Oh, so is this why it's called Gypsy Road? Good morning, everyone. I have arrived at Crystal Palace Station. It is now 9:15. I actually left my house at 8:15. It took me around an hour to get here. And the first destination is to get to the Pines and Needles in Crystal Palace Park. My first destination was supposed to be the Pines and Needles, but I realized I walked past this lower lake. I'm gonna try and find a way to take a photo with my tripod. So there is a dinosaur here. There are all sorts of animals. Actually, I think they're all dinosaurs. And I think this is one of the most popular places in this park because when I search Crystal Palace Park, this is the photo that comes up. So I'm also going to take a photo here with the dinosaurs. Guys, look at this lower lake. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but it's so cold that it froze into ice. To be fair, it's not that cold. This morning when I came out, it was 0 degrees, but it was like just a little bit chilly. But now, because the sun is out, it's like kind of warm. And look at the scenery. I'm gonna take a photo here. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. On my list, I actually remember I had to go to a boating lake, and I walked past this, and I thought, is this a boating lake? And then someone walked past, and then I asked them, and they told me it is a boating lake. So I'm gonna take a photo here because it's really beautiful. Now on the opposite side of the lake. So this is a map of the park. It actually goes all the way to Ravensbourne railway station. That is Backham Place Park. Oh, so that's Bromley here. So Google Maps said I've arrived at Pines and Needles. I reckon there used to be a pub here because on Google Maps it says it's open at 2 a.m. But now I can't see any sort of pub here, so I feel like it got shut down. So I'm gonna go to my next destination. So my next destination is actually this Annerley Methodist Church, and it's actually closed today. I don't know if it's closed today or if it's closed in general, but I wanna, oh, there's a door there. So since this church is closed, I really want to find out about their history and why it was on one of my list things to do. So now I'm gonna insert the drone clip and tell you about the history of this church. So, Annerley Methodist Church is situated at the top of Oakfield Road, and the Methodist faith was founded by John Wesley in 1703 to 1791 and was termed nonconformist because it did not conform to the tenets of the Church of England. The adherents were called Methodists because of the methodical way they carried out their Christian faith. Methodism is the fourth largest community in Britain after Roman Catholicism, Anglicanism, and the Church of Scotland. There are 6,000 Methodist churches in Britain with 330,000 members. There are Methodist churches in most countries of the world, and global membership totals some 17 million people. Operating within the largest Methodist community, the church has a thriving small community of 50 house will be a fascinating example of mid-Victorian architecture. Small church communities are positively encouraged by the Methodist Church. The current minister is the Reverend Abby Connery-Yaldom. 4 church services are held on Sundays, and there is a wealth of recreational clubs and activities throughout the week. So it should have been open, but maybe it's not open for visitors. The church hall can be hired for a nominal fee. Marion Young, a church parishioner and a member of the voluntary group Pinch Partners, explained further about the church's history. The church annually dates back to 1865, when the church or schoolroom was built under the auspices of the Wesleyan Methodist Church. Although there are records of house meetings taking place in a house in Maple Road from 1862, a large church seating 1,000 people was completed in 1879 on land in front of the schoolroom facing Jasmine Grove. This building was destroyed in an airing during 1940. The schoolroom was also severely damaged by incendiaries, and the congregation then worshipped in the hut, a corrugated iron structure at the rear of the premises. After the war, the schoolroom was remodeled and has served as a church ever since. This is the annual town hall. This building is quite cool actually, but I feel like it's going to be hard to take a nice photo because of all these cars. Next destination was actually this La Belle Jolie, but I think I'm way too early. It opens at 11 a.m. It's now 10:47 a.m. But I don't know why this is on my list, because I don't really like to do any like beauty stuff. But I guess if any of you guys want to see some beauty, well-being aesthetics, then you can come here. And now I think my next destination is in Crystal Palace again. I'm actually back here again, but because Pickett Road is here apparently. But when I first came here this morning, I didn't realize this beautiful scenery, so I'm gonna take a photo. So I was just walking to the Pickett Road, and I saw this statue here, and I had no idea who he was, but I came in closer and I saw that his name is Sir Joseph Paxton, and he was actually the creator of this palace. I've now arrived at the Pickett Road, and actually this is a hotel. I think the reason why it is on my list is because I wanted to let you guys know about where to stay in Crystal Palace if you're not local. So yeah, I'm gonna take a photo here. So I'm now walking to the Crystal Palace transmitting station. Is it that one? I'm not sure, but I do remember seeing a terrace when I researched for things to do in Crystal Palace, and I think it's that one over there. So I'm gonna take a photo here. I was walking to the Crystal Palace transmitter, but I realized we actually walked past the Crystal Palace Museum, but I saw online that it's only open on Sunday for public visitors, but for school or private visits it's open Monday to Friday. I tried to fly my drone here and it actually took off, so I'm gonna tell you a bit about the Crystal Palace Museum history. The museum actually talks about the Hyde Park and Sydenham Crystal Palace's history. It housed in the only surviving building constructed by the Crystal Palace Company, built around 1880 as a lecture room for the Crystal Palace Company School of Practical Engineering. So the Crystal Palace was actually ruined, and it is actually free of charge. And The museum was opened on 17th June 1990 by the Duke of Devonshire after 11 years of campaigning by local enthusiasts. During this time, exhibits were acquired, mostly through generous donations from members of the public, classified and catalogued. The story of both palaces is told in a series of unique images, supplemented by large-scale models of the Crystal Palace, plus showcases displaying ceramics and other items associated with the Crystal Palace, including remnants from the original building. Adjacent to the museum is the base of Brunel's Water Tower. The museum is an incorporated registered charity managed by a board of trustees. It is accredited by the Arts Council and is a member of the Association of Independent Museums. And since I did not get to see the Crystal Palace as it was destroyed, I will tell you about the history of the Crystal Palace as well. It was originally created by Joseph Paxton to house the exhibition of the Industry of All Nations that was to be staged in Hyde Park. When after 6 months, it has been visited by over 6 million people, and the Great Exhibition was closed with the decision made by Joseph Paxton. He was knighted and public opinion clamored, without success, for the Crystal Palace to remain in the park. Fortunately, 9 businessmen came to the rescue by purchasing the complete structure from Fox Henderson, the contractors who had erected and owned the building. In the summer of 1852, a new site was found for the now redesigned Crystal Palace on Sydenham Hill in southeast London, and reconstruction commenced. Reopening in 1854, the Crystal Palace provided a national center for the education and enjoyment of the people. The building featured courts depicting various periods of architecture, as well as courts of art and manufacture. The grounds of the palace contained magnificent fountains, an unrivaled collection of statuary, many fine specimens of trees and shrubs, and full-size models of prehistoric animals, which were to become world famous. In 1856, the magnificent fountains and Brunel's great water towers were commissioned. Later, firework displays, ballooning, cycle racing, football cup finals, fun fairs, motor racing, and many other events took place in the grounds. During World War I, the Crystal Palace and grounds were taken over by the Admiralty and became HMS Victory 6 for the duration. In November 1936, the Crystal Palace was tragically destroyed in a spectacular fire, so we will never get to see it. I remember the day I asked if I could study abroad. According to Google Maps, the Crystal Palace used to be here, and also I'm now walking towards the transmitting station. I think the transmitting station is definitely this one. But it's actually blocked, so you can't go in. But I don't know why I want to go in. But I think on the website it says, so you've seen the transmitting station from the city, but have you ever seen it up close? So that's how I came to see it up close. So my next destination is the Crystal Palace subway. So Google Maps said I've arrived at the subway, but actually before I searched it, it says the subway is temporarily closed. So I feel like this is the subway. So I think it used to be an arcade, but I'm not sure. But anyways, my next destination is actually a lunch place, which is perfect because the time now is 11:57 a.m. and I actually haven't finished my whole breakfast this morning because I was so full from last night's dinner. Because last night I had dinner at like 9, so I wasn't hungry at all this morning. And this morning I only had a few scoops of cereal. Now I'm gonna go to my lunch place and I'm gonna let you know when I get there. The restaurant that I chose to eat in is called Joanna, and the reason why I chose this restaurant is because on the website it says this restaurant can overlook the view of Crystal Palace. So it actually opens at 12 and it's now 12:05 p.m. So it's perfect. The website kidding me because this is the only view I can see. I'm literally the first customer here as well. And then also I feel like if we go to like one of those restaurants, maybe the view would be better. But I'm already in here, so just realized I can actually watch the chef cook my meal. This is my Joanna's burger because I asked them what their most popular dish is and they recommended their signature dish. So I have it medium cooked and there's some like lettuce and vegetables. So I'm gonna try it and I'll let you know what I think of it. I have finished my burger. It tasted alright. It was a little bit spicy, so I didn't eat the spicy bits, which was the bread. And I also don't like onion on its own, so I didn't eat the onions either. But the chips actually tasted really nice though. So if you're a chips lover, you should come here. And yeah, I'm gonna go to my next destination after I go to the Louvre. So the library was closed, but I just walked past this beautiful view and I want to see if I can take a photo here. I'm at Gypsy Hill. Google Maps said I arrived at the Crystal Palace Triangle Ward. I looked for some images on Google and I realized it was the photo that I took just now. Like that area is the Crystal Palace Triangle Ward. So now I'm gonna head to my next destination and I'll let you know when I get there. There's a bookseller crowd on the hill. And actually I saw there's a Foster Hall there, which wasn't on my destination. So basically there's some shops nearby and I'm gonna go in to have a look. I think this is the Hayes Lanes Market, like the street that I was on just now. And oh my god, if I didn't walk to this bus stop is in Westow Street, I wouldn't have noticed this beautiful gravity, so I want to take a photo with it here. It wasn't actually my plan to go to this Long Meadow Park, but because as I was in the triangular thing, I saw that there was like a green field and I really wanted to go down to it to see if I can fly my drone here because I'm technically now in Gypsy Hill and I want to learn about their history, like why it's called Gypsy Hill and stuff. So I'm gonna find a place where there aren't so many grasses and I'm gonna fly my drone here. Gypsy Hill is located in South London. It is a hilly neighbourhood spanning the southern parts of the London boroughs of Lambeth and Southwark, characterised for its great views of the City of London and Dulwich. Historically, north of its traditional Westow Central Hill southern limit, it was split between the southern projections of the West Norwood Daughter parish of Lambeth and the St. Giles Church daughter parish of Camberwell in Surrey until urban reforms of 1889 creating the County of London. It takes in due to a diagonal slightly wreathing border, somewhat less of the London borough of Southwark, and has a ridge top border along the retail or services on Leisure Street, Westall Hill, and Residential Street, Central Hill, with Upper Norwood in the London borough of Croydon. Gypsy Hill is the name of the central road that runs south upwards from Gypsy Road, where it becomes Allen Park near the southern end of the South Croxted up to Central Hill and Westall Hill, a brief eastern continuation of the Crystal Palace Triangle. The latter are two crest-top roads marking the limit of Upper Norwood, part of the London Borough, and here from former parish of Croydon. Due to its station as common across London, the name has been taken to extend to encompass a wider, in this case, upper hillside zone and extreme projections of the two relevant boroughs. It takes its name from the presence of gypsies in what was, until the 19th century, sparsely populated rurality. On 11 August 1668, Samuel Pepys recorded in his diary that his wife has visited the gypsies at Lambeth. This is the only land in the parish which frequently hosted gypsies. Oh, so is this why it's called Gypsy Road? And gypsies are a member of people originating in South Asia and traditionally having an itinerant way of life, living widely dispersed across Europe and North and South America, and speaking a language that is related to Hindi. Alright, I'm probably gonna end this vlog here because I just googled what there is to do around Gypsy Hill and there's not much to do apart from Gypsy Hill Brewing Company, but it doesn't open till 4, and I think brew, is that like alcohol related? I don't drink alcohol either, so I'm not that interested. So it's now 2:40 p.m. and this trip actually took around 5.5 hours because I got here at 9:15. So yeah, if you enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your friends, and comment down below to let me know if you actually ended up going to any of these places because of our vlog. And I'll see you all with another traveling vlog or music related video. And I'm gonna head back to Gypsy Hill train station now. Bye!